Nerds, what's going on? How's everybody doing Saturday night? It's 8 o'clock. Ah, yes, coffee. Oh, so who showed up? We got, hey Dave, how you doing? Thomas, Apple's Anonymous. Jeremy, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. How you been? Hey, Frank's here. Haven't seen you for a while either. Gut Bomb's here. And that's about it. So, you see, we have real interesting lives if we're sitting here at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. But, hey, what are you going to do? So, I ain't got nothing better to do. So, but I did promise my stepdad I would work on his computer. I went down to the garage today to work on this hunk of junk. And it did not want to cooperate. So I figured, oh, fuck it, I might as well just bring it home and work on it. You're broke and your wife's at work. Well, I'm broke too, but I don't have a wife. So, what we have here is a problem. It's an HP, which is probably the problem. But for what this computer gets used for, this is more than sufficient. I just would like to get it running again. So this is a Core 2 Duo 3.06 gigahertz. It currently has 12 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. I have installed a 128 gig SSD in it. It has a Radeon HD 5770 1 gig GPU in it. And it has a DVD burner, which probably doesn't work anymore. Because this thing sits in a garage. So I'm not even going to worry about this. This is really just filling up space at this point. It did have two regular hard drives in. One of them is sitting right here. This one is a 1 terabyte Hitachi. And the other one's still in it because I didn't feel like taking it out this morning. So, goal for today is clean it up a little and see if we can get Linux running on it, because Windows 10 is just too much for this machine anymore. So, yeah, God. And taking this thing apart is actually really, really cool. I have to remember how to do it. It's stuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to maybe try to get this optical drive out. There we go. Okay. I don't care about the optical drive. I just want the hard drive out. Which is apparently screwed in. Hey, K-Mac, what's up? I didn't think I rated high enough for you to join any of my streams. what idiot puts his hard drive in, but... Oof. Oh, it's another 1 terabyte Hitachi. It's filthy. Unsurprisingly. Oh. Okay, so we now have the crappy hard drives out. And we don't need all these SATA cables. So the other drive I put in is under here. It's just this PNY 128 gig SSD I had laying around. For some reason I seem to have those things in droves. I guess I'll leave all 3 SATA cables in here in case I ever decide I want to add a hard drive to it. I'm not sure why I would ever want to add a hard drive to it, but my stepdad barely even knows how to get on the fucking internet. Hey, Chris, what's up? How are you? Let's see how filthy this thing gets. This is what living in a garage will do to a computer. And the sad thing is I actually did blow this thing out with some compressed air before I brought it home because I knew it was going to be filthy. So, well, we can put this back. I said, I don't even know if that thing works. Probably not. But we'll hook it up anyway. That's sufficient. I'm not even worrying about bolting that thing down to anything, to be honest with you. Because this computer does one thing and one thing only, and it looks up car parts all day, and that's it. Yeah, SSDs are a godsend for applications like this, Chris. I mean, this computer's not, yeah, it's a piece of shit. By today's standards, it's a piece of shit. But it's not a terrible machine. I mean, it's a 3 gigahertz Core 2 Duo. Now, yeah, obviously, it's a Core 2 Duo. But it has DDR3. I mean, I do have a 5770 HD GPU in here. It does have a 16 lane PCI Express slot. You know, I mean, it's not like the most terrible machine. It's just getting old. That's all. I would like to get a couple more years out of this thing because my stepdad's 84 years old. I mean, the fucker's going to retire eventually. Maybe, if I'm lucky. I kind of doubt it, but you know, sentiment would be nice. You know, and for what little bit he does, this is a perfect machine. It just Windows 10 is just so freaking slow on it. You know. And like I said, he does one thing and one thing only. He looks up car parts on the freaking thing. That's all he does with it. Yeah, I'd say yeah, probably around 2008, 2009. I mean, this DVD drive's from 2010, so, and this is an HP drive. I'm assuming it's original. I mean, it has a HP's part number on it, spare number on it. So, I got this thing. I bought this thing years ago at the Salvation Army for like $25, and it's been at the garage ever since I bought it, and it's actually been a really good machine. This is the first time. Oh my god, when did I buy this? Like 2015, 2014? I mean, I was still working there when I bought it. And it's actually been the only thing I've done. I did upgrade the memory. It only had 4 gigs in it when I bought it. And I upgraded it. It's got 12 in it now. Because I just threw in a couple 4 gig DIMMs I had laying around. And I did put the video card in too. I also added the Radeon 5770 in it. So, mainly because I wanted the DVI output, the I don't know what it has for video on board. The video on board only has VGA, and it does have DisplayPort, but the monitor I wanted to use with it only had VGA and DVI, and I wanted to have DVI. So, hey Robert. Yeah, it does. It maxes out at 16 gigs. I mean, yeah, so it's really not that crappy. You know? You can also put a Core 2 quad in this, if you really wanted to. I had thought about doing that several times. A T3600. That's funny. I have a T4600? Oh, T7610. I have a T7610 behind me here. I barely use it anymore. I haven't powered it up in probably a good 6 months. I actually was using it as a gaming computer up until I bought my Alienware. So I'm not going to take anything else apart because I don't know if I have any thermal paste. You know, I might have enough if I had to. I'd like to try to avoid it if I can. So one thing I need to do I do need to make a Linux installer. Whoa. Okay. So we're going to use, oops. Yes. I'm going to use Melina Etcher here. Well, I'm streaming from a Mac, but I'm working on a PC. Yeah, some of those precisions are pretty heavy. I think that's about, I think that's about how old mine is. I think mine's from about 2012 too. It's a dual processor Xeon. I think I got 64 gigs of RAM in it. I got a whole crapload of SAS drives in it. I think there's 4 300 gig SAS drives in, and like a 1 terabyte SSD in there. I got all the SAS drives hammering one day, and it sounded like somebody was freaking hammering on my desk because they're 15,000 RPM drives. Hey, 17 iMac. Yeah, but that might be worth putting a screen in, though. That's pretty new. Hey, Retro Techie. What's going on? Biggest Mac Mini. Hey Dana, how you doing? How's your little brats? Dana got another kitty cat. He's so cute. Yeah, that's good. At least they're not tearing up the house when they're doing that. I guess I should find a mouse. Hey, I found a mouse. Look at that. That was hard. I'm going to think it was right where it's supposed to be. I know Tigger was doing that earlier today. Oh my God, he was going crazy. I'd like to find him a friend that he can play with. It's just, I just don't have the extra money to adopt anything right now. They want like $150 to adopt a cat. I've never in my life paid for a cat. Never. I think he gets lonely sometimes. Yeah, you have to send me some pictures. Well, your Maine Coon, he's gonna be freaking gorgeous. He's gonna be huge. Oh, not here. It's like $150 for a cat, kitten, cat. Doesn't matter what it is. They're all the same price. I mean, I don't have a problem paying for it. That's not the thing. I mean, it's a good deal. I mean, because they come already fixed. They got all their shots, their rabies shots. They come with tags, the whole 9 yards. It's just, I just don't have the extra money. There are so many adorable voids on the adoption sites right now. I just want to get them all, but I just love to fill this house up with black cats. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dan. It's not like it's. I'm not complaining about the price. It's a very good price, but it's just I just don't have the money. I mean, earlier this year I had Tigger fixed, and that was like $50 alone. So I mean, paying $150 for a cat or a kitten from like the SPCA. The SPCA is only like 5 minutes from my house, and they always have a huge selection. And I always miss their free adoption event. They usually run free adoption events once or twice a year just to clear everybody out. And I missed it this year, of course. They adopted everything but I think 2 dogs. Trade the position for yeah. There you go. I don't know what I'm going to do with that thing. It just sits here. I should take it in the living room and hook it up to the TV. That's where I used to have it when I had the apartment. Then I could play PC games on the television. I mean, I do have a Radeon R9 in it. I seen that. Thank you. I'll look at him then. I don't have my phone back here.
Looking for your iPhone 14 Plus.
I don't need you to. I know where my phone is, you fucking computer. Oh my God. Now it's going to start ringing. Hey Siri, stop ringing my iPhone 14 Plus.
Looking for your iPhone 14 Plus. It's nearby. Pinging your iPhone 14 Plus now.
Oh my god. I know where my phone is. It's on the goddamn charger. Oh, no, it's not. It's on my desk. Okay, so that's done. Okay. So. No, I'm not reselling it. I always forget you can do that. This thing takes forever to count up 12 gigs of RAM. So this has a Core 2 Duo E7600 at 3 gigahertz. Oh, I guess I can't change anything in here. Okay. Yeah, I know. There we go. I'm going to put Linux Mint on it actually. Linux Mint's very easy to install. I can't. You couldn't ask for an easier version of Linux to install. Hi, Lunatic Edit. Yes, I did. It does have an SSD in it now. Just a 128 gig one. That's all it needs. An 80 gig IDE drive? Oh my gosh. So in order to install Linux Mint, all you do is just double click on Install Linux Mint. Yeah, this computer does very, very little. It's, 120 gigs is overkill for this thing, really. I could probably give them a thin client with a 16 gig hard drive in it, and it would be more than enough. Zorin. Never tried that one. I have Linux Mint on my 2010 MacBook Air. And you can install this alongside Windows 10. It actually plays nice with Windows 10. Yeah, there you go. So this is the lighter version of Mint. I didn't go for cinnamon on this. I have cinnamon on everything else. I went for a lighter version because of what this computer does, which is very little, and because this thing only has a Core 2 Duo in it, I didn't want to stress it out too much. Yes, it is XFCE based. I'm sure there's better versions of Linux out there and everything else, but I've always used this one, and I like this one. Ugh, Windows 8, yeah. I never liked Windows 8. Didn't like Windows 8. 8.1 was a bit of an improvement, but not much. Not enough for me to enjoy it. And Windows 10 was a shit show when it first came out. When Microsoft said that they were going to end of life Windows 7, that's when I switched over to Mac. That was what, 2016? 2017, I think. And I've been using Macs ever since. Now Windows 10, I have to say, is matured. Windows 10 matured into a very good operating system. Unlike Vista, it actually got better with age. I don't like Windows 11. I will not install Windows 11. Windows 11, you might as well just be paying for spyware. Yeah. Oh my God. Now I did use Windows Phone 8, and I really liked it. It was great on the phone. I had Windows phones for years. Still actually have one. Actually, I think I have two. And Windows Phone 8 was actually awesome. It was a great operating system, super super stable, fast as shit. I mean, and it worked beautiful. But on the PC, no. Oh, I loved Windows Phone. I thought it was great. I'll be perfectly honest with you. If I wasn't an iPhone user, I would probably still be using my Windows Phone. There's actually, believe it or not, and it's kind of hard to believe, there's actually still a lot of people developing apps for Windows Phone 10. Yeah, you must have been a special case. I know a lot of people who like Windows 8. I never cared for I didn't care for Vista. Vista was a shit show. 7 was all XP was awesome. 7 was awesome. 10 finally turned into a pretty awesome operating. I still use Windows 10. I mean, Windows 10 runs amazing on my Alienware. Matter of fact, I think that's about the only thing I have Windows 10 on anymore. Oh wait, I have it on this Precision back here. It runs pretty good on that. Most of the PCs I have are running Linux now. No, I don't. See, I don't know enough about Linux to even know what you're talking about there. The problem with Linux is there's so many different flavors of it. And I know you can, the apps are universal between all of them, but unless you got a freaking computer science degree, you're just talking about a pain in the ass for the average user. That's one thing I like about Mint. Mint seems to be dumbed down to the point where you don't have to be a rocket scientist to use it. Yeah. That's the thing I don't like about Linux is there's just so many flavors and like you said, they're all incompatible in one way or another. Now, I mean, for the applications in general are compatible between the different flavors, but not even that's guaranteed. Yeah. And I think that's kind of why I gravitated towards Linux Mint, because first of all, I've had experience with it. I've been using it for many years, and it was introduced to me quite some time ago. Um, of course, it's free, which is a big plus. Um, but it also has a very robust app repository, I guess you would call it. I don't know what they call it in Linux land. But it has a nice app repository, like an app store, that it basically has everything you could possibly need, for your typical PC user. You know, now it's probably not going to satisfy a more advanced PC user, but for your typical idiot, to put it mildly, I mean, for your typical idiot PC user who doesn't know their ass from a hole in the ground, it's perfect. And it's fast as shit. You know? I mean, different versions of Linux have different purposes, I mean, I'm obviously not going to run FreeBSD on this machine. My stepfather barely knows how to turn the fucking thing on, nonetheless use it. As long as I have Firefox on the desktop, he's fine. There's a light version of Windows Enterprise. That would be pretty fucking cool. I'm assuming it has all the spyware stripped out. That's what makes it light. Alright, so I need a network cable. Really? City Morgue. I guess I didn't like that. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Oh no, nobody answered. No, there was nothing on the other end. It was just dead space. I would have had some fun with them otherwise. My favorite is when somebody answers, or yeah, when there's actually somebody there, and I'm in a shitty mood, and I fuck with them. They're like, "Can I speak to the person in charge of your X account, like MedEd account or Comcast account?" Sure, let me transfer you, and I just transfer them right to some dead extension in the house, like 19 that doesn't exist. And then the voicemail picks up, it's like, that extension doesn't exist. Goodbye. Oh, God, I can be such a dick sometimes. Oh, let's see here. So, does this have LibreOffice on it? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. So I don't actually have to install that. And that's pretty much all I need. Dead ass speaking. See, another thing I like about Linux Mint is they actually have a mirror that's only a few miles away from me in Lancaster. Yeah, apparently it's completely up to date. I don't have to, there are no updates that I can see. Oh, maybe there is. Yeah. Google Data Center. Yeah. Not near me. I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. There ain't nothing near me. I'm so far away from civilization, I don't even have a cell signal back here, for fuck's sakes. here's our computer. Apparently NeoFetch is already installed in this version of Linux. So it's an HP Compaq 6000 Pro. Intel Core 2 Duo. At 3 baud, it should be 3.06 gigahertz. AMD ATI Radeon HD 7570. Oh, so it's actually better. I thought it was a 5770. I guess it's 7570. So it's actually better than I thought it was. So, yeah, cool. Done. Yeah, let's do that. Let's reboot quick. Hey, I mean, if it works for what they need it for, I mean, why get newer machines? You know. Hey, it'll serve its purpose for what this computer's going to do. So, you know, I know there's better ones. I understand that. There's always going to be something better than what I'm doing. And to be honest with you, I'm an idiot when it comes to Linux. So, you know, I don't pretend to know what the fuck I'm doing. I really just poke things and hope something works. I learned all of my fucking text commands in DOS. Yeah. I don't know. I sell auto parts for a living, so you know. Yeah. Yeah, Chris knows what I do. Chris knows where I work. Tigger! Come here, little merp. He's a fucking idiot. He keeps running back and forth. Come here, Tiggs! Tiggy! Come here, buddy! Well, come here! Tigger, come here! Tigger! He's up BS to executives. That's funny. I like that one. I might be selling off some of my vintage stuff here next weekend. I might want to try that auction thing that Sean's been doing. Yeah, I've been rotten for a while too. God, this thing is fast. Can it YouTube? Oh, God. That's not my phone number. That's the shop phone number, Garth. You can call that phone number all you want. It doesn't matter.
This thief is stealing $1,500 worth of Lego, according to the store's owner. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. In the past decade, there have been a slew of Lego thefts, including one totaling about $300,000.
Yeah, there you go.
But why are thieves around the world...
Hey, YouTube's just fine. Check that out. Yeah, probably will. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, God. Don't get a sudden urge to steal Legos, please. So... I just need to add one more account onto here. Oh, I know. YouTube gets fucking insane on stuff. I get pelted on every intro video because I always play a copyrighted song. But I do that on purpose because, well, on every live stream, I'm sorry. So every live stream, I play copyrighted music at the very beginning. Then I get the copyright thing. So I just have YouTube just completely wipe out my entire intro. So if anybody ever wants to go back and watch a live stream, they don't have to worry about the 10-minute intro. So there you go. Problem solved. I don't have to worry about cutting it out. YouTube does it for me. Who wants to order some car parts? Ooh, $188. Holy shit. $79.90. I like that price better. No, I did not do a RAM upgrade because it already had 12 gigs in it, but I did install an SSD right, Turkey. I am not ordering car parts because these go on my stepdad's account. I'm just being facetious. I need a new wheel bearing for my 2006 Pontiac. I knocked it out last night in Baltimore. And to be honest with you, I actually get these parts cheaper than he does. So, that. I'm just checking things out. Yeah, I have a bottle of blinker fluid on my desk at work, Robert. No, I don't have the muffler bearings. Oh yeah, eBay will always eBay almost always errs on the side of the buyer. Yeah, that's pretty smart actually. Some of those some of them headlights and stuff are pretty expensive. Yeah, fucking eBay's getting ridiculous. It's one reason I don't think I'd ever sell on eBay. Oh, there's the HP 6000. In all of its Core 2 Duo glory. Runs pretty goddamn good, actually. I'm quite happy with it. Security tab. I don't want anybody stealing my fucking memory. I guess I'll give him this keyboard. The keyboard he has now is fucking junk. Compaq 8000. Well, this one's a 6000. So yours are better. Probably. Alright, let's go get the cat. Stickers. What are you doing? People want to see you. Yes, the peoples want to see you. Come here. Ugh. What are you doing? Tigger approves. Hi. Ugh. Hello. Yeah, he's not much of a floof. He's pretty short hair. He's floofier than I am, though. Not that that takes much. He's bad. That's what he is. He's very bad. Hello. He's happy as hell. He's purring. He's all excited. He doesn't come in here very much. He actually doesn't come in here on his own. Kind of surprising. I mean, he's the only cat in the house, so he pretty much has run of everything. And he opts to stay in the bedroom most of the time, believe it or not. He comes out for food and water, because his food and water are on the opposite end of the trailer. Whoop. Now he wants belly rubs. Now he wants belly rubs. What is it with fucking Apple's thing? What are you doing? The collective noun for a group of cats, you know what it is? I call it a clusterfuck. I'm not sure, is that a noun or a verb? I don't know. That could be used either way. I mean, it could be a verb, it could be a noun. Clouder. Tigger approves of my repairs. Hi. What are you doing? I know, I just call this one an idiot because, you know, he has like no brain cells. Tigger, what are you doing? He's cute though. And he's sweet. When he wants to be. Yeah, Russ is here in Kentucky, right? If I remember right. Unless you've moved in the last 20 years. What are you doing? Well, they got to raise postal rates for us because they got to justify what they just spend like $25 billion on new vehicles. Because the 40-year-old postal trucks that we have now are just finally deteriorating to the point they can't fix them anymore. You just have to leave your mark on everything, don't you? Every PC comes with a cat. Actually, my stepdad does have a cat at the shop. Holy shit! 1 pound is $10.95. That's insane. Yeah, we don't have any of the new ones around here yet, Russ. Most of the newer vehicles that we have around here are the Mercedes Metris vans and some Dodges. Hey, my cars are all LLVs. I try to squeeze every fucking last bit of life out of every car I have. I mean, hell, the one I got now, my Pontiac, my brother was going to junk that thing. I wouldn't let him. I was like, don't junk it. Give it to me. I'll drive it till it dies. Wow, that's crazy. I think it's about $8.95 or something like that. We can send up to 70 pounds in a priority mailbox. Depends on size more than weight. But it has to fit in one of the post office's boxes. Which, if you got something like a laptop or something, it does. Fits fine. Oh, okay. Are those the new ones? The new next gen delivery vehicles or whatever they call them? Oh, jeez. What are you doing? See, he uses apples too. He's sitting on my MacBook, which is sitting on top of my Apple IIe. So he's a Mac cat too. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have any of those real new ones. The next gen delivery vehicles, the NGDVs they call them. We don't have any of those around here yet. At least I haven't seen any. Everything we have here is mostly all Mercedes Metris vans around here. Oh, and the old Drummond LLVs those things are everywhere. Are you happy? Are you happy? Yeah, he never actually has really walked on keyboards. He's actually been pretty good with that. Like even when he's out on my like, because see my sofa sits right in front of my computer desk out in the dining room, so my office is the dining room. Yeah, I live alone, so what do I need a dining room for? And the couch sits right in front of it. There's no dividing wall. It just the back of my desk is right up against the couch. and he loves getting on the back of the couch, and sometimes he'll walk onto my desk, and he actually has never walked on my keyboard. What are you doing? He wants treats. Oh yeah, not around here. They're still using good old gas and diesel vehicles around here. That's fucking stupid. Well, you know what happens. You just charge the people for shipping. I mean, it's that simple. Tiger. Not here. They run on diesel here. These assholes around here fight every time somebody wants to install an electric charging station. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I mean, that's ridiculous. Well, here in this part of Pennsylvania, you got to be ultra wealthy to own a Tesla, and every one of them that owns a Tesla drives like a fucking asshole. Just like the assholes that also fucking drive Mercedes. It's pretty rare to see a Tesla in this part of Pennsylvania. You know, BMW drivers are just as bad. They all think they're better than everyone else. I had some dickhead in a BMW X5 the other day acting like a complete dick on the highway. He was behind me, and he thought he was going to try to pass me, so I just gave it a little bit of accelerator, and next thing you know, he ended up behind slow traffic and four more car and ended up getting 4 cars behind me anyway. Just because my car's 20 years old doesn't mean it's not fast. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's got enough power. What are you doing, Tiggs? Tigger. What are you doing? Hey, Grand Marquis are nice cars. I like that. I wouldn't mind. I kind of miss having a big ass car like that, Russ. I was trying to buy a Crown Vic. I mean, I don't even like Fords, but I was trying to buy a Crown Vic off of somebody because I miss having a big ass car. My car, I drive a 2006 Pontiac G6. It has 215,000 miles on it. It was my nephew's car. It's quick. It's a 6-cylinder. It's a 3.5 liter 6-cylinder, 210 horsepower. So, it does the job. I don't drive it very much. I drive my company car more often. And that's a 2019 Chevy Sonic with a 1.4 liter turbo. Yeah, so I don't like the Solstice. I like the Sky better. One of my employees at work has a Sky. It's a sexy car. I want a Sky. I'd like to have another Saturn. I did have a 2003 Saturn L200 for a long time. Yeah, my Sonic is like one of the last ones left in the company. Unfortunately, it's going to get replaced very soon by a Nissan. I'm not looking forward to it because I don't like the Nissans. We did get a brand new 2025 Chevy Trax at work. Tell you what, that's a nice car. No, it's not an LTZ. It's an LS. It's an LS1. I mean, the fucking thing's got crank windows, for Christ's sakes. I have a Spark. Yeah, I have a 13 Spark too. I sold my Saturn to a friend of mine. He actually still has it. It has like 200. I think he said it has 271,000 on it now. He loves it. That's been a great car. Yeah, I have a Spark too. I never drive the Spark though. I only drive the Spark kind of around town. So the 19 only had the turbo motor. By then they did away with the 1.8 liter. And actually the turbo motor was the base model motor in that car. But the company ordered them with manual windows, manual mirrors. Although they have 9-inch touchscreens with Apple CarPlay and keyless start. They have push button start. I like the Sonic. I mean, it's not a bad car. It's comfortable. It's fairly quick. And it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it can get up and go if you provoke it. It's plenty roomy. It's a lot nicer than my Spark is. My Spark is very small. I can fit a lot of shit in the back of my Spark, though. I wonder if I have any pictures of last time I... Oh yeah, here we go. So... This is what my Spark looked like the last time I went to the VCF swap meet, which was back in, I think, June or July. Yeah, I crammed a lot of shit in the back of that little Spark. It's actually quite roomy for a tiny little car. I think I was able to barely maintain 65 going down the highway, and I pretty much had to live in fourth gear the whole time. But I got there. Oh, cargo van, nah. Everything I took down fit perfectly in that car. I mean, if I needed more space, I could have taken the Pontiac. I just took the Spark because, one, it'd be better on gas, and two, it was a lot more accessible. If I need a cargo van bad enough, we have Nissan NV200s at work. I mean, they're cargo vans. Hi. Oh, I love you too, baby. I love you too. You're cute. You're cute. Another thing on that note, it's been 2 hours, believe it or not. Oh yeah, we used to have Captivas here. What are you doing? I think it's time for someone's dinner or snack. He wants some treats, I'm sure of it. So I think we're going to call it a night here. No, not still, but we did have them here. Ooh, plop. We're just going to plop down on the desk here so we can get belly rubs. So we can get belly rubs. He wants belly rubs. He's being very cute. And he's purring like crazy. Yeah, they were Chevys here. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, they did. So originally, the Captiva was the second generation Saturn Vue. So in 2008, they brought the Holden Captiva over as the new Saturn Vue. Well, of course, Saturn would tits up the next year in 2009. So I guess instead of not importing the cars, they just kept importing the cars, and they called them the Chevy Captiva. I still see them every once in a blue moon. You don't see them too much anymore. The problem with the Captiva is that it only came with the four-cylinder engine, and they had a lot of problems with them. And they were only sold to fleets. They were never sold to the general public. So they were all used as delivery vehicles. They had the shit beat out of them, you know. Yeah, pretty much. Although they also made the Cruise into the Buick Regal here in the States. All Vibes are great cars. Matter of fact, the one guy I work with, he has a 2003 Vibe, which is they're just a Toyota Corolla SUV, is what they are. And yeah, they're awesome cars. Those things are everywhere. Yeah, see, the Captivas here in the States are all 2.4 liters. The Vue you could get with a four-cylinder or two different V6s. So I had an '08 Vue. Mine had a 3.5 liter V6, which is actually the exact same motor I have in my G6, and that's a great engine. Old design, push rod, more than enough power, good torque, reliable as hell. you know. But they also had the 3.6 liter, which was a piece of shit, still is a piece of shit, and the 2.4 liter, which is iffy. Baby, daddy's baby. Yeah. So is your Vibe all wheel drive or just front wheel drive? Because most of the Vibes around here are all wheel drive because they're great in the snow. The 3.4 liter, that's actually what my 3.5 liter is based on. They're okay. I mean, they're not, they have intake problems, but that's about the worst of it. I mean, for an engine that GM started making back in, I don't know, when did they start making a 2.8 liter? 1988. They're not bad motors. I mean, the worst problem they have is the intake, and that's any GM engine. That's the fucking deck school. Goddamn deck school. They put in plastic intake gaskets on, the deck school eats that plastic. Captiva is a 5-seater. Hey, there you go. Yeah, those particular 2.8 liters weren't the most reliable. If it's burning that much oil, it probably needs rings. Or valve seals. That's actually pretty cool, Robert. E85 is very hard to find around here. There's a few places that sell it, but not many. Yeah, that's true, Russ. That might be what if it's blowing that much oil out, that's what I would suspect it is. Yeah, those are totally different. Those are totally different motors. Just get a 4.3 to put in it. 4.3 is a drag and drop. I kind of want to go eat something, but I don't want to disturb it either. He looks happy. So, what's that have to do with anything? That makes a swap even easier because then you don't have to worry about changing the transmission. You should be able to hook the 5-speed up to a freaking 4.3. Can we go now? No, you're not clean. You're not clean. Yeah, my Spark is a manual. Unfortunately, my Pontiac is not. Can we go now? Please. I'm hungry. Well, I'm going to have to moving. So, I'm going to call this a night. Thanks everybody for stopping by. It was nice talking to just chatting about cars and letting you guys watch the cat lick himself. So, you guys all have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And do something productive. See you later.